I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. Salute, salute, salute. How you doing? As you come on in, as you come on into class, please know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a loving space. This is an intellectual space for growth. This is a space for dialogue, to be analytical, to be smart, to question, to answer, to seek a path towards liberation. We deal with higher level thinking here. We embrace each other, love on each other, and make sure that we rely on each other. So salute, salute, salute. As you come on in, please feel welcome. All my classroom assistants, please make sure the green screen info is active during the chat. Please, all contact information for anger management, for domestic violence or intimate partner relationship violence, or life coaching, life guiding, please reach out. Okay? And the weekend is upon us. Everybody keep your head up. Keep your head active and your eyes engaged. Okay? It is very, very warm out. Todd Campbell, I hear you. Please hit me via DM on IG or message me on Facebook so we can get that process in motion. Okay? I like to send out a happy Mama's Day to all our mamas, grandmamas, aunties, sister comrades. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift that you have given us. Beautiful, beautiful gift that you have given us. Anytime you add it on to this liberation process, okay? Please, let it be known. All right? Now, let's get back. Let's get back to class. Class is in session. Okay? And one thing I get tired of is people defining or redefining things that already have a definition. Okay? Redefining something that has a very specific definition. Rats, snitches, betrayers, agent provocateurs, stoolies, rat, fink, tattletales. Or as they say in the UK, narc. It's very specific in the definition of a rat, of a snitch. And people may say, well, comrade, general, why do you feel the need to discuss something that is mostly identifiable with street life with a criminal lifestyle. How does that fit in to being woke, to being conscious, to being aware, to being active? And again, that is another layer where people make an attempt to shift the goalposts, to give passes, to make excuse. But it's very clear and cut. Okay? Very clear and cut. Montez, salute for the green screen. Now, when someone is a snitch or someone is a rat, they are informing, giving information, betraying an element or lifestyle or a crime, no matter how large or small, to the authorities. Secretly telling someone in authority that someone has done something bad. That's it. Giving information up to the authorities that they did not know, and to any extent, or to adding on to what they believe that they know. That's a snitch. That's a rat. That is a rat. A snitch. There's no wiggle room in that. None. Especially when you do it to get yourself either out of punishment or a lesser punishment from said authorities. Clear cut. You, sir or madam, are a rat. Do you understand? You're a rat. You told. You testified. You wrote statement. You gave statement. No wiggle room in it. None. So as of yesterday, Pras from the Fugees, from the legendary rap trio, the Fugees, has put in a lawsuit against Billboard magazine, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and NBA baller Kyrie Irving, claiming that they damaged his reputation, by calling him a rat on social media. Now, when I saw it, I thought it was rather funny. That he chose to single out 50 Cent and Kyrie Irving and Billboard, which is an industry publication. However, he never, at least up until today, has named any other major news outlets. Any of them. Salute, Darrell. Any of them who initially put out the information. NPR, CNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, all these publications, all these major news outlets who put the information out. That's where they got it from. Now, there were a few who retracted certain elements of their print. But needless to say, we don't rely on that when it comes to terms like snitching and ratting. We just don't. We know what it is. We know family members who've been stung or bitten by a rat. Some of us ourselves have been bitten by the rat, have been testified on by a rat. Lost life, lost years, or suffered through years of grief because of a snitch. So in the thumbnail, there's a whole bunch of different rats and snitches, individuals who have that rat tag on them. And in each of those pictures, you always have someone who tries to make an excuse for them, who tries to shift the goalposts. That's just what it is. And I always warn you and encourage you to be mindful of those who excuse others in their wrongdoing in hopes that they too will be excused should they do it. Should they themselves do it. Because in that excuse, there's an intent. There's an embedded intent for them to carry on with that exact same behavior. When you excuse a rat, you hoping that somebody excuse you. Should someone find out that you rat, that you snitch. So that's where the goalposts start getting shifted. And using all these terms. Like they didn't know or they ain't in it. Whenever anyone is a part of an element or claims to know of an element or is acting in a manner of which they are familiar with that element, you in it. You ain't no sticking your toe in the pool and then bouncing. No. But there has continuously been on social media excuse after excuse after excuse. Pass after pass after pass of this rat behavior. And everybody in the thumbnail is connected in that behavior. So you see the range. You see the range that I have in it. From political rats like Al Sharpton, all the way to hustling rats like Nicky Barnes, rapper rats, executive rats, they're rats. Especially when it comes to dealing directly with law enforcement. Ain't no shift in that. Now, how can the behavior harm us, regardless of if we are engaged in criminal activity or not? The harm in the behavior comes from the willingness of that individual or these individuals to give up information that the authorities, that the oppressors, that those who are not in our class, in our tribe, to give information up that can harm us, hamper us, or cause us imprisonment or death. And people not getting it. They're not getting that. How? How do they not understand that? You don't understand the commonality between Nicky Barnes and Al Sharpton? The commonality between William O'Neal and Tekashi 6ix9ine? Y'all don't see that? So Pras is suing, okay? Now, it was funny to me. It was funny to me how and why. How and why. Now, he said that it had harmed him in business. That the statement that 50 Cent tweeted and that Kyrie Irving tweeted caused him damage in his business and in him as a rapper having street credibility. And without that street credibility, it would damage him in the future. Now I'm trying to figure out at what point has the Fugees ever been recognized as a street group, as a hardcore group, as a gangster group? The Fugees. No, never at all have we looked at the Fugees, the rap trio, and said, yeah, they gangster. You know, they street. We rocks with the Fugees because they street. I'm trying to figure that out. Where did he get that shit from? I'm trying to figure that out. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Somebody, please, put in the chat where they looked at Pras and said that he was gangster. That, yo, when I'm doing things in the street, I go listen to the Fugees because they know how to hustle. They know how to cop a brick. They know how to let that thing go. I'm trying to figure that out. This is the argument that his attorneys are using. That Curtis Jackson and Kyrie Irving damaged his street credibility by saying that he was a rat. By taking their little sentences, their little tweets out of context. Only after, right? Only after what came out in trial. Now, and I hope they listen. I hope somebody could tag 50 and Kyrie in it. Because we're going to get down to the get down. CBS News reported, this is the week of the trial, what he testified. Him, Pras, testified. So for people in the street already, whether you're testifying in your own defense or testifying, period, people already looking at you sus. But let me be exact with it. Pras' testimony on Tuesday also touched on his alleged efforts to push Trump administration officials to drop their investigations into low and extradited Chinese national living in the U.S. to China to face criminal charges. Under cross-examination, Pras said, "I took it upon myself to go to the FBI about the dissident, to work to connect interested parties with the U.S. government." Gal, a Steve Bannon associate, had since been indicted on fraud charges of his own. I took it upon myself to go to the FBI about the dissident. So you going to the FBI already, giving up intel. You, Pras, you said it. So it don't matter who printed the article, where the article came from. You said you go, I took it upon myself to go to the FBI. You's a rat. You's a rat. You's a rat. You. Now, listen, Michelle, pardon me, Pras testified Tuesday that, quote unquote, no one I spoke to ever mentioned the federal laws that required him to register as a foreign agent if doing work on China's behalf, and that he would have done so if advised. If advised by who? If advised by who? The FBI, the feds, federal laws. I never, ever, in anything I did, social work, community work, life of crime, never had to go to the feds for anything. It don't even enter my mind. Anytime upon cuffs, back of the car, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. It's a wrap. I see the judge when I see him. You don't get my name, you get nothing. If you get these, if you get prints, then you find out who I am. Ain't nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about at all. You think you know something, you said I did something, figure it out. Let the people's attorney, let the state's attorney figure it out. You don't get a name consistently throughout my history. Co-defendants that got knocked in the same space, in the same vehicle. Whenever we get to court, you know him? No. Nothing to be said. They scratching their heads like, what? And that's what we stick to all the way through. I don't know him, he don't know me. We don't know nothing. We don't know anything. You figure this out. So when you talk about you walking up into the feds, FBI, you's a rat, homie. It's a rat. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, he made other statements about this dude who ain't even there. The dude ain't there. But every time they asked, he made it clear that he got bread from the dude. So you ratting on your co-defendant who ain't even there. Everything that came out of your mouth. Everything that came out of your mouth came from you. Okay? Now, in closing, and this is from another news source, major news source. At the end, it says such actions on behalf of foreign officials would have required Pras to register as an agent of China under the Foreign Agent Registration Act. But Pras told jurors Tuesday that no one, including FBI agents he met with, never told him that was necessary. So what are we, dumb? We stupid? And I want y'all to understand this is not recent. This goes all the way back to 2012. Up until 2019 when he was failing to pay child support. So all that good dude shit, cut it out. He was getting hundreds of millions from this man and was not paying child support. Filed paperwork to get his child support lowered. And when they first ran down on him about these funds, he had the audacity to fight to get certain funds back, saying that, nah, this ain't part of homie's scheme. So where you get that bread from? Because you damn sure wasn't getting it from Tommy Boy. You didn't have no 60, 70, 80 million in the stash from no Fuji album. You had the audacity to try to go get it back. That's why they tried and they successfully lined your ass up. So let's talk about he a good dude. He's a rat. That's what they are. And they're going to live with that shit. They're going to live with that. All that moving the goalposts around for these dudes, no. No. Because these are the same dudes that they use to infiltrate movements. This is what they do. This is how William O'Neill got into the Panther Party organization, the chapter in Chicago. Because if somebody would have had paperwork on him, or even knew that this rat had this behavior in him, Fred Hampton might be alive today. He might be alive today. because that's the element. Again, I always say our people believe that crime and criminality is revolutionary. And it's not. All right? It's not. But these are the elements that the conscious and the woke have to sift through, have to jar them and say, yo, hold on. Little bro, hold on. Little sister. This is not it. This is not it. Before they get that jacket, before the authorities get on them and have them working. Because that same element that people try to shift the goalposts on and give them a pass to, that same element the authorities use to get inside and disrupt the liberation process, disrupt the educational process, the political educational process, to disrupt the spirit of any movement. So if it's in hip hop, if it's on Wall Street, if it's in the streets, if it's anywhere, it is no good. It is no good. All movements fold and fall because of rats and snitches. That's what it is. It is selfish. It is what I can get for me. Let me go. Let me get out. I didn't do that. I wasn't with that to that degree. And when you excuse it, you got that shit up in you. I read, I listen to people. Like, oh, you dangerous. Let me exit. Because I'm going to have to leave you one day. It is disgusting. Disgusting. It's not a game. Not a game. If he had his way, Sharpton would have had Asada in federal prison today. He tried to line her. And y'all excuse these people because he called himself a reverend. Civil rights fight and all this old garbage. Y'all excuse these rap dudes because they got a bag. That bag is poison. Because they got the bag. You excuse they snitching? You excuse they ratting? Because they got a bag? That bag don't mean nothing. They're going to keep snitching to maintain that bag. They're going to keep destroying lives, destroying movements. And when you excuse it, just as bad. There's no excuse. Because it will bite you the same. We watch Lil C's rat on camera. Told. Straight up told. Ain't no reason for telling. Huh? She wasn't messing with me. The defense didn't call me as a witness. So when the feds called me, I went. That's your excuse. They don't play. They don't play Because they call you don't mean you have to talk. We let a white woman, we let a Karim show them how it's done. She laid up in contempt of court because she wouldn't tell on Billy Jeff or on Clinton. Since y'all don't know who Billy Jeff is. William Jefferson, Clinton. The lady laid up in contempt over 2 years because she wouldn't tell. Kim laid up because she thought she wasn't telling. And said, I don't know nothing. I don't know nobody. I don't know. Be excusing these rats. They will always seek massa as an authority. Always. Because they got that little fairy in their ass. And that greed in their mind. You don't excuse that. You don't pardon that. Ain't no passes on that. I don't care if you're in the street life or your ass is a librarian. It's no excuse. You shut your mouth. And it's done. It's being done. Today. Everybody not telling. Everybody not snitching. Everybody not ratting. That's the shit they show you. That's that bag shit. That's that industry shit. They snitching. They ratting. I just watched the whole gang out of BK in Boston. Bully gang. I just watched them because they kept their mouth shut. Beat a homicide of close family members of mine. Beat the homicide because these dudes ain't telling on each other. Just a few weeks ago. And these dudes got cases everywhere. Look it up if you don't believe me. Bully gang. Kept their mouth shut and they beat it. Everybody not telling. You believe in these dudes? So Pras can get up out of here with that bullshit. He get up out of here with that. Homie, everybody already know you're told you was working with the feds. Said it several times. Several news agencies put it out there. You did it in open court. The hell you suing 50 and Karim for? For what? No. Anyway. We'll be back to class later on. We'll be back to class later on. Appreciate any and all green screens that came through. I saw the super chats, Ms. Jones, Andrea, yes indeed. Much appreciated. All my classroom assistants, T, Sade, Ma, you know T. I see you, Tierra, Lotus. Don't let people start playing with your head. Keep telling y'all, guard your mind. Guard your mind. They playing games. You know what a rat is. You know what a snitch is. No excuse. Shut your mouth. Let them sort it out. Let them figure it out. Take your ass to sleep. dig? Again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. We'll be back in class later on. Again, there's sessions that I have to do, and I'll get to those where I sing. Please be ready with everything that I may need and ask for to assist you. Alright? Oh, Bullets Gotti, what up? You all in the you in class late, homie. We out of here already. We out of here. Look, Drake, Ms. Jones, I have no idea. I don't work on schedule like that. There may be something in the community I got to handle. Be a lot. Somebody may be in crisis and I may be right there having to. So just be ready for the notification. I try to send it out as much as I can. You dig? Yeah, I know. I said it yesterday, but I did. Look, I came back. I gave y'all the class yesterday. Yeah, and then I went on to Harker Bay. And we gave it up. We gave it up. If you missed that, go and watch that. Moore's World TV. Me and Tahaka went in last night on a whole reparations conversation. Come on. All right? And again, yeah. I know people are outside enjoying the sun and all that and doing what they doing. And I'm here. I'm here. All right? So peace. I'll see y'all later on. Salute.